Hey, it's Jeff Zito, and welcome to another episode of Celebrity Jobber. For some celebrities, their big break is the reason that they became stars. For others, though, they could be kind of born into it, like my next guest. Carnie Wilson is the daughter of one of the greatest songwriters that has ever walked the face of the earth. Brian Wilson from the Beach Boys, often called a genius for his approach to songwriting. Now, again, his daughter Carnie wasn't just magically born into superstardom. Along with her sister Wendy and China Phillips, their group Wilson Phillips had a huge hit in 1990 called Hold On, which we all can assume was Carnie Wilson's big break because nobody knew her other than she was Brian Wilson's daughter. And then all of a sudden, this song became such a huge hit. Carnie Wilson became a household name. And I gotta tell you, she's kind of stayed around for a long time, keeping herself relevant. And the song Hold On from Wilson Phillips, I'm sure had a big lift when it was featured in the hit movie Bridesmaids. So when you're Brian Wilson's daughter, is that really your focus when you're younger, to become a singer? Or did she have something else in mind? Did she go to college? What kind of jobs other than music has Carnie Wilson had? And her first job. We'll find all that out with my guest this week on Celebrity Jobber, Carnie Wilson.
The Celebrity Jobber Podcast with Jeff Zito. If you like what you hear, please subscribe. What if these celebrities weren't famous? What would they have become? What was their first job? We're about to find out.
Hey, Carnie.
Hi.
You know what kind of power you have over people since I woke up this morning? Someday somebody's gonna make you wanna, like, it's been in my mind. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, that's...
And it's like, and once you start singing it, you can't get it out of your head, you know?
Did you girls write that song?
Yeah. We did, yeah. China and Glenn Ballard and myself.
So...
Yes.
When you were younger, Carnie, like when this was all happening, was like music your thing? Was it like, hey, I'm going to be, this is what we're going to do? Or did that song just kind of happen? Well,
it was years of singing harmony and growing up in the business and having music surrounding me, you know, and then at 18, just sort of like getting Wendy China on my sister's floor, actually, in her room and harmonizing and just starting to write songs. And then we got signed to a company, and then we were just off to the races. You know,
yeah,
it was a lot of hard work, you know, but it was embraced by the public and the world, really, and I'm just so grateful for that. And then I spent, you know, years on television hosting shows and then getting into the food world, and it was and you know, competing on the Food Network, different shows, and just the love of cooking and baking. And it's like now it's come all the way full circle now with my new cooking show. It's just, it's insane. Now I'm pinching myself right now because it's been my dream to do this.
So let me ask you about your new cooking show. It's called Sounds Delicious with Carnie Wilson, and you actually have guests that come on the show. I mean, like, everybody's got to eat. So, I mean, that's, you know, you could get the guests to come on. What do they share, their favorite recipes, or what are you guys doing? Cooking together?
Well, the reason why I think this is really special is because we combine like music and food, which is what I do in my life. So I'm thinking to myself, you know, I remember recording with Mark McGrath from Sugar Ray. He's so gorgeous. He's so sweet. He's so funny and charismatic. He's also hosted before. He's a great presence on TV. He doesn't cook. And so I said, would you come on the show? And because you're my buddy, you're my friend, and would you do this? And he goes, well, I'll just come on the show like later. I'm too intimidated to do this. I said, well, let's make a lasagna together. He goes, I can't make lasagna. And I said, trust me, you can. So he comes on the show, and the minute he walks in, you know, we laugh, we joke, we bust into song, and then before you know it, his sleeves are rolled up, his hands are in the meatballs, he's layering the noodles, and we're freaking having a great time.
See that? Did you see this back when you were, you know, a teenager, and you're telling me through all this Wilson Phillips stuff and all the sudden fame, and did you see this path actually, you know, or no, not at all?
You know what? Listen, I want to, and I want to be real. I want to really be truthful about this. I really believe that we have to envision what we want for ourselves. And I have been through so much shit, that it's like I would sit there for years and I envisioned this exact scenario.
Really?
And it wouldn't happen. Like, year after year, I'd say, it doesn't even matter if you've hosted shows, if you're famous, if you're successful. The right people have to be there. The stars have to be aligned, and all of a sudden the doors opened, and it was with the right people, which was Access TV. They gave me the chance to be myself and be crazy and wacky and invite these people on the show because it makes sense for their channel because they're all music. Makes sense for me because I'm music and food. And I'm blessed to know, people like John Stamos who can come and make a chicken parmesan and throw the noodle on the wall, and we swap stories about smoking fake pot.
Right.
It's like, where else are you going to do this,
That's so funny. I'm
perfect.
I am also a believer in visualization. I really do think, people think it sounds wacky, but I really believe in it too. And like it's pretty cool knowing that you've been visualizing this for a long time, because I would imagine when you were younger and you were in the music biz, there had to be a lot of pressure on you, not only because your dad is a legendary songwriter, one of the greatest songwriters to ever walk the face of the earth. That had to be pressure on you too back then when you were fully involved with music.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. I mean, pressure comes from, you have to be successful. You have to sell all these records, and you got to have, you want to go to number one, and it is so much pressure. But I just feel like I've always tried to be humble, and yes, I'm a famous person, but I don't feel that way. I feel like, I try to bring myself into reality and stay where my feet are planted. And because I've been through so much, I've realized that I'm no more important than anybody else. And as long as I can do what I love and be authentic and be real, I think that's what people are drawn to. And I'm drawn to that kind of person. I'm drawn to someone that's positive and crazy and wacky and fun and loves music and food. That's really my life. So I think that people are hung up. They can be hung up because they feel the pressure that they either have to be like somebody else or they have to get to a certain status. And we all struggle. We all have joy. We all have sadness. And what are we going to do every goddamn day to make life better and make somebody else's life better?
Can you think of every single job that you've had in your career? And I want to know what your first job was.
Oh, my God. I mean, I'm 55. I'm going to be 56 next month. I started at 18. I've been in the music business, the voiceover business, an author, a public speaker, TV host, competitor on cooking shows. I hosted my own shows, reality shows. I mean, it's literally, what else is there? I've been in Playboy. What else is there? Jesus Christ.
Do you remember your very first job? Did you have like a teen, did you work at the mall as a teenager or?
Okay. All right. I'll tell you right now. It was selling typewriter ribbons over the phone.
Oh, you got to be kidding me.
I'm not kidding you, but it lasted 2 hours. I hated it.
What happened? Did you get fired? Were you not good at it on the phone?
No, I kept getting hung up on.
Rejection sucks.
It was horrible. Rejection sucks. Oh, God.
Oh, that's funny.
No, I know. I know about rejection, though. Trust me. Listen, people think like, oh, you've done this and that. I've had a lot of failures, too. Believe me. I've had a lot of failures and a lot of flops and, a lot of, people saying, you failed us, you weren't a success for us, and I'm on my knees. I'm spiritual. I pray that this show is successful. successful, not for the money or whatever, just for the love of cooking and the music and the people, and to bring the fun and bring that loving energy. That's what I crave in my life, and that's why I just want this to be, I want it to spread like wildfire. I want people to catch on and go, I love this. I want to be a part of this because it feels good.
It will. It's on Access, and that's definitely one of my favorite channels. Sounds Delicious with Carnie Wilson.
And it's 8:30 on this April 16th, and it's AXST or .TV, and you can just find it on your cable station. It's just going to, and the first episode is with Mark McGrath, and it is really,
he's a nice guy,
funny.
Super nice guy. Just met him a few months ago. Really nice guy, and a lot bigger than I thought he would be. You know what I mean?
He's so tall.
Yeah, I know. I couldn't believe that. And
too bad he's not good looking.
Yeah, I know, right?
Help me.
Hey, Carnie, how's your dad?
Oh, my God.
How's your dad? How's Brian doing?
Dad's good. He's good. He's just like taking it easy. He's not touring anymore, so he's sort of home and doing all of his physical therapy, and his family is all around him, loving him, and he loves when I cook for him, of course. So I bring over my mac and cheese. Loves my food and loves my cheesecakes. I'll bring him my lemon and lime cheesecake, and over Easter I made these crumb cakes, these cinnamon crumb cakes, and I fed him the crumb cake, and he just like stared at me and he was like, "Oh my God." I'm like, "It's good?" He's like, "It's great. It's great." He's really funny, but he's doing very well. Thank you for asking.
I'm glad to hear. I mean,
I think he wants everybody to. He wants everybody to know that he appreciates all the people that have supported him over these years. He's really grateful.
He is, he's a legend, and I would think that growing up being, his daughter would be difficult, especially, in the music business because of, how incredible of a genius that he is. And I think that it's pretty remarkable how things turned out for you, not only with the successful music career, but you've stayed relevant all these years. Think about how people have a few hits a few years ago, and then they kind of fade away and they don't stay relevant. You kept yourself out there. People like you. You got a nice personality. You've hosted so many things, and it's a testament to your personality and your upbringing, I'm sure.
Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate that. And yeah, I mean, I didn't go to college, you know what I mean? It's like I'm not trained for anything else other than entertaining, and that's singing, it's TV. I mean, I'm interested in so many different things, and I'm lucky that I'm able to have a multifaceted career, I mean, I'm very, very grateful for that. And now being a mother, my two daughters are just incredible people. I have a great husband, and I'm singing with Lola now. She's coming out on tour with us.
Awesome.
She's an amazing singer. We did this show called We Are Family on Fox. It was incredible. She was amazing. She sang a really cool version of the Beach Boys' "Wouldn't It Be Nice?" Oh, and the reaction is great so far, and that's her passion.
That's cool.
She loves music and wants to sing. Yeah.
That's so cool. Premieres Tuesday, Sounds Delicious with Carnie Wilson, and it's on Access TV. So great talking to you. Yeah. Thanks so much, Carnie.
What a great interview. Thank you so much, too.
Okay, so Carnie says she never went to college. She definitely wanted to be a singer, and she was working on it for years. And I guess when your dad is Brian Wilson from the Beach Boys, known for being, a musical genius, maybe Carnie had a better understanding of complex harmonies at a young age. So that was her focus. That was her direction when she was younger. But, she had a ton of other jobs. She talked about being an author. She talked about hosting TV shows, being on reality TV. Keeping yourself relevant for 35 years is not an easy thing to do. And she's managed to do it. Her first job, selling typewriter ribbons over the phone. Well, that's something I never even knew that existed. She said she wasn't good at it. I don't know anybody that would be good at selling typewriter ribbons over the phone. And of course, her latest job, the host of Sounds Delicious with Carnie Wilson on Access TV. It can't be easy growing up as the daughter of one of the greatest songwriters that ever lived. Got to be a lot of pressure. And she says there was. But everybody has a lot of pressure. No matter who they are and what they do, everybody feels some kind of pressure. And I think that was a pretty good message that Carnie gave. Well, you can check out all of our past episodes online at celebrityjobber.com. You can follow us on Instagram, our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/the@celebrityjobber. Streaming on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your podcasts. Would definitely appreciate subscribing, giving us a 5-star rating, and leaving a review. Thank you so much for listening to the Celebrity Jobber podcast. Until next week, I'm Jeff Zito.